Hello, everyone. Trying out something new tonight. Um, been having a little bit of issues, but let's see if we can not get them resolved. I don't know if you guys are seeing the comments or not. Um, so how's everybody doing tonight? Just bear with me for a second. So I'm just trying some new software and just having some issues right now. If this doesn't work, then what I'm going to have to do is swap over to some different software and just have to start the show from there. Um, Everything's going okay. So before I would just type in comments and things like that. So it looks like from this software, I'm not going to be able to do that, which is all right. I wanted to try something new. I was going to do some video ITC, but I was having some issues with the audio. I can see if while we're on here, if we can get it working. I know this is, this is the first time I was trying to use the software, so I had it all working earlier. I don't know. I don't know what happened. Just something weird. Like I said, I had it all working earlier, and then I just came in and it wasn't working. So, um, right. That seems to be the case. Let me just see if we can get it working real quick. And let me know if you guys can hear the audio. Can you guys hear me okay? If somebody can just reply back and say that you can hear me okay. Okay, perfect. Let's try this. You can still barely hear me, or can you hear me better? Hmm. Can you hear the audio in the background? I have something else playing. You might be hearing like voices in the background. Can you hear that? All right, so you can hear the ghost box okay? Yeah, I mean, I'm right on the mic. Let me Okay, yeah, it's because I turned off the I turned off the audio from the software that's running in the background. So you should be only hearing me right now. All right, let me try something here. Hold on one second. Test, test, test. Can you hear me better now? Hello? Okay, so you can hear me better now? Perfect. All right. Now I'm going to turn on the ghost box. I'll just see what that sounds like. How does a box sound? It's actually the software that's running. You can't hear the sound on the. Okay, hold on one sec.
Misunderstood.
Let me check. Let me check something.
What, man?
Defendants are expected.
All day.
So now you can hear it? Okay, perfect. All right.
New lap.
Sorry, there's so many settings on this new software that I'm going like
What?
There's just so many. There's so many settings to change. All right, so now I'm gonna turn the audio off on the box. I'm gonna switch this really quick. All right. So now what we're going to do is, now we'll get into it. Sorry about that. I was trying to make all the settings before I started the show, but I've been working on this for probably the last hour. Kind of thought I had it working, but anyway. So everybody, welcome to the show. Like I said, I apologize for the delay, but I'm glad that we got it working. So basically tonight, what I wanted to try to do is do a couple of new things. As you saw, was a software that I'm going to be using tonight. That's one of the things I'll be doing. And also on the software, there's also an Ovilus that's built in. So every week I'm going to try to use different software and louder on the volume on me. Wow, I had the mic really high too. Okay. So anyway, what I'm going to try to do is every week try to highlight a different piece of software. These are all from the same person at Extreme Senses. So I've probably like 5 or 6 of his programs. I've been working with him for many years. And I was kind of impressed with the software that I'll be using tonight. So I figured that it would go along with what we've been doing the last few weeks. So we'll go ahead and do that. So if anybody is new to the show, what we'll do is we'll start doing some EVP sessions. We'll start off with one of my boxes. Last week we were doing 2 boxes at once. We're getting some really good responses. And especially towards the end of the night, it was pretty cool. That's pretty funny, Kevin. So now I know exactly how that goes. Huh. Do you see shadows a lot in your house there, Brian? Sorry, I have the mic up really high. Let me see if I can adjust it a little bit. It's just really high on my side. I've never had to adjust the mic on my side before. That should be really hot now. Okay, so what we're going to do is, so if anybody would like to contact anybody, just go ahead and throw in a question. Maybe this software will show a little bit more. The other software I was using didn't display a whole lot. I have a little bit more control with the software, so yeah, Melody, it was pretty amazing with some of the responses that you got last week. And you're welcome for that. So I wanted to see if we can get more responses. Like I said, this show is all about you guys. So whatever you guys want to do, just throw in a comment, and I could share the comment. Um, like I said, I have different boxes. I built a new box. I'll switch over the camera. So the little box on the right is a new box I just built today. The one we used last week was black, but this one's a little bit different. Same innards, but just different. Just different. Just a different color case. The other one was I built for somebody else, but this one I built for myself. Is the volume coming through louder now, Kevin? It might just be the server that we're going through. I mean, if this doesn't work out, I might go back to how I was running everything before. Yeah, the Ghostbox software, I turned down the volume. So I'll turn it back up once we get the session going, and I'll share the screen. I'm going to switch the camera. Whenever we do the Ghostbox sessions, I will switch it to where it's going to just be a smaller like circle. And then you'll see the software that we're doing. So we're going to do both a Ghostbox session and the software. So we'll see if we can get, and then also this software also has an Ovilus built in. So we'll see if we can get responses through. So we'll have 3 chances of different responses coming through. So I think that might be pretty good. All right, perfect. Well, thank you for everybody for letting me know that the sound sounds okay. So let me go ahead and we'll go ahead and get started. Let me I'm sorry, Leslie, I just saw the question that you threw up there. The software that I'm using tonight is called Angelus. It's made by Extreme Senses software. It runs on PC. So the other funny thing is the software I'm running here is on a Mac, and then the software is running on a PC. So I'm kind of running two systems here. So let me go ahead and let me get the ghost box ready. Let me well, that was nasty. Let me go ahead and get the ghost box ready, and then we'll get started. So if anybody wants to throw in some questions, go ahead and do so now, and then we'll go ahead and get started. So do you guys want to do another do you want to run 2 ghost boxes again? And we'll run 2 ghost boxes, and we'll also run the software. All right. Let me go ahead and I'm going to go ahead and do that. So hold on one second. All right, so right now I'm going to turn on 2 ghost boxes. And the only thing we're going to hear out of the ghost boxes is responses only. And then I will get the software on the screen also. So we'll have 3 different things going at once. And then I'll also turn on the Ovilus. So we'll see how that goes. So if anything comes through on the Ovilus, you'll see it down below the TV screen where it says status talk active. Down below there, you'll see the word that comes through if we get anything.
Agree. Only
And the ghost boxes are running, but we will only hear responses.
To a human condition.
All of our
It was just a kid that came through.
Cross your heart. To extend the machine.
choose from.
So Angela wants to know if Spirit is happy that what they're doing with the graveyard. And are you upset that they moved the body from the graveyard?
days, huh?
Meanwhile, out of your
Web base.
Who said help you? Who wants to help?
the most Bobby on
This. Madame smoked out on
Delay.
target area.
Melody wants to know if her grandma there with her today. Somebody said me.
That's when kids shine their mother. American.
So the person that asked for help, how can we help you?
Like
The spirit that said tell. Who would you like us to tell? And what would you like us to tell?
with Boston
So basically, the video that's playing, it's just looping video. Looping video is kind of like when you're changing channels, but supposedly a spirit wants to show themselves. They'll show themselves in the images. That's what the pictures do. It's kind of like what we're doing with the ghost boxes. They're sweeping through, but this is for video. So sometimes spirit will show themselves in the pictures.
1,755.
The heck was that?
That's wrong. Bags of
So who said meat earlier? Was that Michael?
The Palestinian.
Can somebody please answer Angelo and what if she's doing with what they're doing with the graveyard? What more can they do?
It worked. Serve me.
It worked? Angela, so was that a male or female body that you removed or moved?
and send
States concerned. Syria.
Angela, was that a male or female that they moved from the graveyard?
Has a Risby out around.
And how long ago was it that they moved it?
good. So get thrilled to
During the Cuban.
Angela Montes wants to know if her dad is at peace.
so get
The reason why I asked was it sounded like there was a female that came through.
Anybody else?
You're human on.
How long have you been working on the graveyard? I'm just trying to get a little bit of background.
Well, that's what this new.
There's a female coming through that's speaking really faint. Can you please speak up a little bit louder, or please repeat what you just said?
And leaders of both parties. Forecast.
Hello. To the female that said hi. Hello. Another female just said help. How can we help you tonight?
He's Bob Young.
The lady that needs help and has been speaking, is her name Sue?
Yard.
Segregate.
To extend the machine.
EJ.
All other aircraft.
All right, we're going to end the session.
B7.
We'll end it in another minute.
Cool. For me, so.
New and cat food.
I thought I heard her name also Melody. Angela Montes wants to know what happened to her dad.
Very.
Yeah, Fred. Table like this.
Thank you very
Bob Young.
Angela Olliard wants to know if they need a skid loader to fix a graveyard. The marble is knocked down. How much time? What kind of time do you have? A female's name came through a Barbara on the Ovulus.
School.
Mobile. Jesus. You can.
Yeah, I heard buried also.
His agency task. This.
Yeah, sometimes you'll hear swearing come through. All right, we're going to end this session now.
We are doing more service.
Okay.
All right. So there was a few things. No, what I'm doing is I just stop the session. Like I'll let it go for about 15 minutes, and then we'll stop the session, and then we'll start it back up again. So that's what we're doing. Yeah, there was a Barbara that came through on the Ovulus. And also the word ceramic came through. I don't know if you guys saw that. But sometimes things come through and they have no meaning to me. So if anything has meaning to you, please bring it up in the chat. And I mean, I would love to see your comments. I know that both Angelas are trying to get some communication going. So we'll see what we can do. I mean, sometimes, like I said, we'll stop a session and they'll come back in the next session. I just don't like going for a really long time. I like to keep them in short bursts, like I said, about 10, 15 minutes, and then we'll stop and then we'll go to the next thing. So you have a kid in the house also. Yeah, there's a little girl that comes here. There's a little girl, a male and a female. I know Cindy just asked if the little girl's been back. No, I haven't heard anything. It's been a little while. The last time was a couple of weeks ago when she turned on the TV, but other than that, no. She wasn't here last week either when we did the show, so do you know his name or do you know how old he was, Angela? Yeah, I know. When she comes through, when she wants to be known that she's here, she comes through loud and clear. And it's funny because I mean we could try to sit here and communicate constantly, and spirit won't communicate, and then sometimes they'll come through and they'll just start talking up a storm. Christy, it's funny is, I don't even touch my ghost boxes. Like I said, I mean, I build them a lot for people, but I hardly ever turn it on. Unless I know it's funny because sometimes I'll get signs where somebody's trying to communicate with me. Then I'll just turn on the ghost box and do a session. So does the name Jess mean anything to anybody? Oh wow. Yeah, we'll get into another session here soon. So if anybody has any questions for me to ask, go ahead and throw them up in the chat, and then we'll get started on another session here. Now, do you guys want just to run the ghost boxes? Do you want me to run that other software again? What do you want to do? You guys let me know. I think maybe we'll just run the ghost box sessions and see what happens. Yeah, it's so when spirit is around, I mean they'll let you know that they're around. Okay. So I have a few questions here. So we'll see we'll see what we can find out. See if spirit has any other things, suggestions. All right. So let me go ahead and I'll go ahead and turn on the boxes real quick. I already have them running, so I'll just switch cameras real quick.
I do.
Jeanette wants to know if her dad has any messages for her. Her father-in-law, I'm sorry. Wants to know if you have any messages for her and your son.
We'll get
Is Billy here with us? Dorothy wants to know if Kevin is here with us tonight. Diane wants to know if her son is here with her. Are you watching over your mom? And do you go to visit her? Dorothy, when I asked if Kevin was here, We heard a yep. Sharon wants to know if Uncle Brad is around and are you at peace? Kevin, are you at peace? Diane, what was your son's name? Yeah, I heard peace. Melanie would like to know if any of her loved ones have a message for her. Stephen, are you here with us today? Gigi, are you here? And are you upset what they did with your house? Karen wants to know if Grandma Burke is around. I heard no come through twice. Angela wants to know who is Owen. Somebody said I passed. Is Friday at peace with his wife Irma? Does anybody have a message for Melody?
For you. Which are connected. And I think
Dorothy wants to know, Kevin, if you truly loved her.
Yes.
There was a male voice that said yes.
they had on one doing and
Gigi, are you upset with Christy in any way?
Point. Righteous.
Does anybody have a message for Angela with what they can do with the graveyard, or what they should do with the graveyard?
Crap.
Special.
Somebody said at peace. A female came through and said at peace.
To cry. To take food. More. When she arrived.
Can't go and
Yeah, Melody, your name's been coming through tonight.
some way.
Here?
You got it. As we are
Kit Kat wants to know that she hopes to hear from her dad. She misses you so much.
but this
Quite.
we have training. Yes, it right. Die.
All right, we're going to end the session in about a minute.
Created.
Chrissy, somebody said at peace when you said, did you, if she was upset. She said at peace.
Straight.
Do this. Oh, amazing.
If got street.
Yeah, my name's Rob.
Eating
Stuff.
All right, guys, we're going to end the session now. It sounded like there's a bunch of messages coming through. I know one came through for Melanie. It sounded like one came through for Chrissy. Sounded like somebody said at peace. And Dorothy, sounds like Kevin came through for you. And I'm sorry for everybody that, for everybody for their losses. I know it's hard. At least when we're doing this, at least it might give you a little bit of closure. I've had a good friend of mine pass, and he came through on a ghost box, and that was because I was beating myself up for a while, and I was just talking to his wife, and then probably about an hour later, I was working on a box, and he came through, and I was just I was floored because he just came through and said, "Hey, Robbie." He's the only one that called me that. And then after that, he said, "I'm okay," because I was beating myself up, like I said, because I was supposed to hang out with him and I didn't. And the next day he passed. So anyway, yeah, it's pretty amazing when it does happen. And I'm glad that you guys are getting some answers and some closure. I think it's pretty awesome. So what I'm going to be doing is people that are just tuning in for the first time, I'm going to be giving away a ghost box. It might be the beige one, the tall like walkie-talkie type, or it might be an SB7, or it could even be a REM pod. I didn't even turn on the REM pod. Let me go ahead and turn that on. So that's on now. Let me switch cameras. So anyway, I'll be giving away something. Probably be the choice of the person that wins. All you would have to do is go onto my YouTube channel and subscribe. This is my channel. If you go to the Pair Awakening and just click on the like and subscribe, hit the subscribe button and then click on like if you like the videos that I'm doing. This will help me out greatly. And then it will kind of give me feedback on how the show's going, things like that. So once I hit 1,000 likes, I'm going to go ahead and do another, either during the show, I'll tell people how to give it, how I'll be giving away the ghost box or prize of your choice, or I might do it during the live show. And thank you for everybody that has subscribed. And hello, people from that are just tuning in for the first time. Sorry about that. I know that we had a little bit of difficulties when we first started tonight. This is a new setup. I just switched to a new computer, so I wanted to try out some new software just so I can have a little bit more control over this. I know that some of the audio, we're having a little bit of audio difficulties at first, but I think we got it all tuned in. No, being a follower is a little bit different. So you would have to go on to YouTube and subscribe if you have a YouTube. I know that we're going to be doing some giveaways on Live Paranormal also. So if you go on to the Live Paranormal website or Facebook page, we'll be doing some giveaways there. So I have two different places. I broadcast on Live Paranormal and I broadcast on my YouTube. But my giveaways are different from theirs. I'm going to be giving prizes for them to give away also. So we'll be doing several giveaways. I think maybe next month. I think that's when it's going to happen on Live Paranormal. And then mine is going to happen when I hit the first 1,000 subscribers. And then I'll do more giveaways later. Well, Dorothy, I'm glad that that we're able to give you a little bit of closure, and that's basically what this show is about. I mean, it kind of it's kind of gone all over the place. Basically, um, the show started out as I just wanted to do like an introduction to ghost boxes and just kind of do some sessions, and then other people started asking to try to contact loved ones, and like I've always said, the show's about you guys. It's I'm the host, I'm the mediator, so if anybody wants to contact anybody, um if spirit reaches is trying to reach out to a loved one, hey, I'm just the mediator, so I'm just gonna you know see what we can do. And that's kind of what happened. And I'm kind of glad that it's been going that way, because it's just I'm glad that I'm able to help people get closure, and that's what I'm all about. I'm about helping people. I'm very giving. I'm not a selfish person, as you can probably tell. But anyway, I'm always here to help people. And if anybody has anything, um, if they need to talk, they need to find out, kind of like what Angela was saying about the graveyard at her home. Um, I know trying to find answers. I could talk to you off of here and give you a little bit of advice, but the best thing to do is like what you're saying. I mean, you're trying to find out what spirit wants you to do, and sometimes it's because they're that's a resting place. So sometimes just not doing anything to disturb it might be the best thing. But I mean, if people have tried to move things, and people have desecrated their graves and things like that, then that's a totally different story. So no, that's very true. Um, like what Kevin said, that's very, very true, because like I said, when I'm here, and I could tell somebody's trying to communicate with me, I can tell that there's a presence here, and it's like they'll do things to kind of get my attention. So that's when I'll just turn on a ghost box and start doing a session. And I've gotten some crazy, crazy responses. A lot of things I just turn on my phone real quick, grab the ghost box, went outside, turn on my phone just to record it, and just had some crazy sessions. All my sessions that I've done are all on YouTube. So, well, a lot of the good sessions that I've captured, I posted up on YouTube. All right, so we'll go ahead and Diane, I'm going to start up another session. If you want to stick around, and we can see if we can contact Steven for you. And Dorothy, I'm glad that I was able to help you get some closure tonight too. But like I said, we're gonna, and thank you, Cindy, for that. All right, so let's go ahead and do you guys like how we had the ghost boxes set up on this last session? No, none of my stuff is fake. None of it's pre-recorded. And I could prove that to you. Somebody's saying that my stuff is pre-recorded. No, I don't do any pre-recorded audio. Here, let me get the site for you up again. Okay, so go ahead and turn on the ghost boxes again, and then we will it's funny how you say that, Sharon. Because there's a male here. When he's around, there's really strong cigarette smoke, and nobody in the house smokes. But the owner's husband, my landlord's husband, passed away, and he was a heavy smoker. And pipe smoke. He smokes cigars, pipes, and cigarettes. But when he's around, I either smell really bad cigarettes and I get choked up because I don't like the smell of cigarettes and it really bothers me. So I start kind of like have a little bit of hard time breathing just because it bothers me that bad. So no, I know. And it's just like some people, like females, when there's a female presence around, sometimes you might smell their perfume that they used to wear or lotions or something like that you might be able to smell. So it's pretty interesting. I go live every Saturday at 11:45 p.m. Pacific time. So I try to do things like so basically it's like 3 a.m. On the East Coast. So I tried to do it during the witching hour. The last week's stream went till 4:30 in the morning, my time. So, and it was 7:30, I believe, on the East Coast. So some people were waking up and telling me, they were messaging me. They just couldn't believe I was still on till 7 o'clock in the morning their time. Anyway. So let's go ahead and start up a ghost box, and then we'll go from there. Let me switch over the camera.
Out. I'm doing. No, there's.
Need to see.
Job to
Summer would like to know if her mom and dad are together. And happy anniversary. Their anniversary was on the 5th.
about raised
Kevin, can you tell us what your cat's name was?
on the
Diane would like to know if her son Stephen is here with us. I just heard a female gasp for air. Who was the female that was trying to come through?
Serious.
Art.
And
Miranda would like to know if Steve is here with us. The name Steve just came through. Virgin James, are you here with us?
one. Save.
Angela would like to know if her dad is with his wife and twins.
Wait. Let's see. You can. Oh, hide it. Car. Connell. Better.
I heard the name Paulo.
When you listen more music.
Is there Cena Anderson with us?
Today. New one. What's
First. It's more.
K?
Steve just came through again.
In case. Five.
Can somebody say the number 5, please?
Time. Play.
With us to share.
Chrissy wants to know if RCD, have you been her guardian angel her whole life?
To England.
Melanie wants to know if she has a spirit in her home with her.
Be at least. Here's. First.
Who's the male that just asked for help?
They have
President.
Dorothy wants to send her love to Kevin.
US.
Amel just said hi.
License. The organ. Go ahead. Find it. Back here. This is what I.
Teresa wants to know if you can say her secret word, please.
No. Group. Deal one. To trade. The bridge. Israeli.
Michael, is that you in Melody's house?
European. Security.
Certain.
Thursday.
Miranda wants to know if Jesse and Jason are around her. Are you around your mom?
A flame. Tower.
Seven.
Please sit.
What do you mean, Wayne?
Town.
What do you mean, answer your question? Dorothy wants to know if you can touch her, Kevin.
Unity.
No, I heard security earlier.
Being and we your thoughts.
Oh, got it.
Anyway.
All right, we're going to end the session here in a minute.
That's right. You were. In addition,
Would we do that?
Sorry, Kevin, I missed your question. I think I was looking away.
18 months.
Melanie wants to know if you forgive her, Mick.
Graffiti.
So was that security directed to you, Chrissy?
Don't.
I heard a mail come through and say yes when I asked you that, Chrissy.
On the it's a this well.
All right, I'm ending the session. No, I think that was for you, Chrissy, when you did ask that. There was a lot of responses coming back. It's pretty interesting. Well, good night, Angela. Thanks for joining us tonight. So no, it's been a pretty good set. We had some pretty good sessions tonight. I do have a software defined radio. I could pull that out probably next week. I'll pull it out. I do different types of I do all kinds of different types of experiments on here. I do have some software that does have some IP. It's basically an IP radio scanner. So it's an IP radio ghost box with adjustable sweep rate. It works pretty well. You're welcome, Dorothy. And thanks for tuning in. I'm glad that we were able to get you some answers tonight and some pretty cool responses to you. Yeah, that was pretty amazing here too. Kevin, that your name always comes through. Well, I'm glad that you got some closure. I'm just reading some of the questions. I'm sorry, I got a little quiet. I'm just reading some of the responses. So sorry to get a little quiet sometimes. So I don't know if you guys wanted to go back to just doing some more sessions like we've been doing. If you guys want to change it up a little bit, not sure what you guys want to do. Yeah, I totally feel your pain. No, that's it's always good to get, get closure with what you're dealing with. It's always hard. Good evening, Tiffany. Welcome to the show. Yvette, it's going good. We had a little bit of technical difficulties when we started, but we got it all dialed in. I'm still on the fence with the software, but it's working okay. I just miss kind of typing in the comments. Instead of talking, I was in the old software was just typing in comments opposed to me speaking, but it's okay. Diane, have a good night too. And thank you for that. It's always hard when people lose somebody close to them. I know. It's going good, Melanie. It's going really good. Good night, Dorothy. Hope to see you next week. If you need anything, you could always reach out to me. Yeah, I know. Yvette, you've been here for a while now. It's anytime I swap out hardware, I always have issues. First time was when I changed out the camera switching device. Then I had audio issues, but got that dialed in, and now it's just switching to new software on the new computer. Was a little bit of headaches, but got it dialed in. No, I don't. No, I didn't go to the Paranormal Expo. I don't go to a lot of paranormal conventions really anymore. It's been a few years. All right. Melanie's taking a phone call. It's funny. I mean, there's always there's a few people that come in and out. So repeat viewers. Okay, so Tiffany, the way that it works is basically before I'll say when we're going to start up a new session. And then when we're getting ready to start up the session, if you just throw up your question, then I will ask the question during the ghost box session. So if anybody has any questions, you can just, I usually ask somebody to put in like a cue, so I'll know it's a question, and then I'll ask it during the session, because sometimes it's just a bunch of chat coming up with people's names, so I'll have to read through all the comments. So if they're broken up with a Q in front of the question, then I know the Q kind of just gets me to stop and read that question. I might have to run and go grab a drink really quick. I have some water, but the water's not doing it. I need some caffeine. Let me see if I can. I'm going to try something really quick. Let me know if you guys hear this. Can you guys hear music in the background? No music? Okay, let me. Oh, you can hear the music? Okay. Let me. Okay, hold on one second. How about now? Okay. All right. Come on. Still no music. So you can hear it now? Okay. All right. I'm going to go grab a drink really quick. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. Popcorn and soda. I don't know if it might be because some people are on a phone. Yeah, I just opened up. I opened up a Rockstar or a Monster, actually. All right. Yeah, I'm not sure. There's just so many variables on this. So I had to reroute some software or reroute the audio. I don't want to get too technical. But if you saw my setup, you'd people freak out. They just can't believe like what I use to broadcast. It's a little tricky. But anyway. All right. So let's go ahead. No, I turned off the music. I've been drinking Monsters for years. I know, they're bad. At least I moved to the sugar-free ones though. But anyway, I know it's still caffeine. So anyway, for those of you just tuning in, I know I'm promoting this, but I am giving away a few things. There'll be your choice of the tall ghost box, one of the new SP7s that just came out. I have it thrown over here. Well, I had it in the box, but or a REM pod like the one that's looks like a little treasure chest. Has lights on the front. So, I am giving away one of those devices. So all you would have to do is go to my YouTube page and go ahead and like and subscribe to the page. And once I hit 1,000 subs, I will be giving away one of those devices. Wayne, I told him to come pick up I told him to pick up a scanner. Anyway, I have a scanner here. And this was kind of like an inside joke about a friend of ours that if you see Mr. Wayne Poe on here, a friend of ours does he does filming of I guess different police events, arrests, things that are going down in the LAPD. Okay, so let's go ahead and we'll get started on another session. No, if you've already subscribed, you don't have to do it again. So yeah, I mean, if you like, you can share the information with other people, and so let's go ahead and get your questions in, and then we'll start up another broadcast. Oh, you know what I need to do? It's funny how a lighter will set off the REM pod. I usually have a black mirror back there. Let me set up the black mirror really quick. And I'm going to move that larger radio in the back, put up the black mirror. We've had some pretty cool things happen with that black mirror. Something pushed it over one night. Another night we saw some shadows forming in the mirror, and we saw like this little rainbow circle form in the mirror. Let's see if we can, let me move that really quick. Hold on one sec. Sorry, I almost knocked over the mic. Okay. Feedback from my headphones, I guess. I'm sorry. I don't know why I'm getting so much feedback. Let me try that. All right. I guess that's good. Okay, so all right, so Dorothy wants to know if Kevin can give her a sign if he's around. Let's go ahead and start up the Ghost Box session.
Cool. Tell us. Wait.
And most of the opposition.
Dorothy also would like to know if her mom or sister are around. Dee would like to know if her friend Emma is around. Are you around, Dee? Emma? Summer would like to know if her mom Sandy or her dad Larry has been getting her 17-month-old daughter's attention and getting her to laugh. Melody would like to know if Michael is around and to give her a sign if that's you in her home or around her. Diane wants to know if there's something in her home that her cats are looking at. Somebody said Pete. Jeanette would like to know if her cousin Marcel is with her or has a message for her.
Monday.
Angela wants to know if her mom Angela wants to know if her mom thinks what she was doing, if she's doing things right.
Record 20. Medication. Predicting. Well, the most.
Chrissy wants Wacky Jackie to know that they miss her.
Early over.
Dee would like to know if her brother sorry. Dee would like to know, Emma, is your brother Ben with you?
Ow. Pain.
Who's the female that keeps on trying to come through? Girl? Who's the girl? Good night, Cindy.
Sort of. Same time. Parts that might.
Is the little girl here with us tonight?
Touch with your storm.
Somebody said touch. Dorothy, you were asking about Kevin touching you. Kevin, if that was you coming through, can you give us a sign, please, or let us know?
Drop. Century. Glory.
Who's trying to get our attention?
One.
101.
American.
Yes.
Yeah, there's a lot of names coming through.
That were
Begin.
Melanie would like to know if, Dad, if you're here with us.
Or even Australia. It's not on board.
Cindy would like to know if Sam or Chris, do you have a message for her?
Ding that. River. You know, it'd be
Shout out to Crystal McCoy Ketchum tonight. Crystal, are you here with us?
to let-
Kevin, Dorothy wants to go fishing.
Get And he's we have
Who are you trying to contact in Australia?
Too difficult.
Dave? Is Kevin in heaven?
There.
Short. Hope you.
How can we help you?
Which
you know lost
everything
with what
So I guess, Teresa, yeah, that's not the right Dave.
side.
Melanie wants to know if Dave is that's her stepdad. Dave, are you Melody's stepdad?
Driving. Indian.
Getting scared.
It's an on.
Crystal, your good friend Wayne wants to know if you're here with us. He's trying to communicate with you. Dave, are you Melanie's father-in-law, Dave?
More.
More? I just heard yes. A male's voice said yes.
I did.
Who's the female that's scared?
Come on.
Did
What?
Dave, are you here with us now? When you said yes, who were you which question were you answering yes to? Can you give us a person's name?
an early other proof.
Dave, are you Heather's father?
Please.
Kevin, can you say Dorothy's name so she can go to bed, please? Yeah, it sounded like Ditzy.
Two. Okay, so
So if the little girl's here with us, can you give us a sign, please?
coming.
Who's coming?
Back home.
Somebody said coming back home. Can you tell us who said that? Somebody know a Howard?
You need to.
All right, let's go ahead and end the session. We'll end it in about a minute.
Caps. Amazing.
Who keeps on saying Ditzy?
From a
Hey, Sandra, welcome back. All right, we're ending this session now. Wow, that was pretty crazy. Sounded like there was a few responses for people. I know, Dorothy, you got a lot of... Sound like Kevin was coming through for you a lot. Was that Wacky Jackie saying Ditzy? Was that one of her favorite words to say? I'm going to go ahead and turn off these radios real quick. All right. I just wanted to power them off. I'll power them back on here in a minute. Just wanted to clear them out a little bit. Then I'll have them do a rescan. Sorry, I just had to crack my back a little bit. I mean, sometimes you will hear somebody's voice coming through. It's pretty awesome when you recognize somebody's voice coming through. Then you really know that it is directed to you. And you never know who you're going to make contact with or who's going to make contact. It just happens. You can't predict it. you can't force it to happen. It just happens when it happens. And when people say, "Oh yeah, I could contact, people at a whim," eh, you can't. I mean, when spirit wants to communicate, they're going to communicate with you. You can't call spirit. They're gonna come out when they want to come out and communicate. Um, all right. Well, good night, Dorothy. I'm glad that we were able to get you some contact with Kevin tonight. Yeah, that was pretty amazing. And for you to hear his voice coming through and have your question, that was pretty awesome. I mean, when you do ghost box sessions or you do any type of communication with spirit, I mean, it's we don't know why it happens or when it happens, but it just does. You can kind of get a feeling of when that's going to happen, or when somebody wants to communicate with you. It's just a feeling you get. And as I said in the past, with this, I mean, when I first started doing ghost box sessions, um, God, it's been many years ago. I never believed in it. Um, I I was experimenting with it, things like that, and I was some of the things I was hearing. I was like, oh yeah, that's just it's just broken radio, whatever. And I started doing it more and more, and started getting relevant answers to questions I was asked. There was names coming through. So I started research. So I'd go to locations, start doing a lot of research, investigating, and I was getting a lot of responses, names coming through, dates coming through, things like that. So I started looking into. So I was investigating the jail. So a lot of the, so I had records of inmates, and so I started picking up names that were coming through, and they were odd names. So I was jotting everything down, and the names that were coming through they weren't typical names. There were some Hispanic surnames, um, Irish surnames, Italian surnames, things like that. So they weren't very common that you would hear over the radio. Um, and then also I started getting clips of stories, and when I started doing more and more research, um, some of the stories that were coming through, I was kind of explaining to people that worked at the jail, and they were just in awe with some of the things I was picking up. So it was just kind of cool. So that kind of gave me validation. And so I started doing more and more research. And then you could kind of tell when it was spirit coming through or when it was radio coming through, things like that. So when people say that it's fake, or you're using pre-recorded audio, things like that, you can tell when people are trying to fake something, or using pre-recorded audio. I mean, I could call it out in a heartbeat. So anyway, sorry about my rambling. I just wanted to give people a little bit of background. So that's pretty interesting. Um, I mean, maybe it was Kevin trying to give you some type of sign, because you did ask for a sign earlier. So maybe it was him trying to give you a sign that he was with you. And that will happen when spirit is around you. Like I said, I mean, you might smell a smell like cigarette smoke or perfume or even cologne, something that they would normally wear. You might smell that person. Everybody has like a distinct smell. So you might smell that person, um, things like that. But no, it's been a lot of fun doing this, and I'm glad that I was able to help you guys. We'll just keep on doing it. We'll keep on going until you guys are done. I really enjoy doing this show. It's a lot of fun. Yes, it's kind of late for me, but um, but I just really enjoy it. I mean, I just feel like this was my calling. I used to host a radio show, and I kind of stopped doing it just because it was a little time consuming. I was always in a rush to get home, um, and get to my show. So I stopped doing it because it just was a little bit more work than what it was worth to me. So when I came back, I was asked to do another show, and I said, "Well, I got to find something that I want to do." Um, so here we are, and this was something that I felt like it was my calling. Wanted to try it out, see how it goes, and I never did a video show like this because I hate being on camera, but I don't mind. I think I'm getting over my camera shyness a little bit. So Chrissy, you can't hear the spirit box very well. Are you using a phone? Or it's hard to tell what you're hearing in the ghost box. If you give me a little bit of feedback, maybe I can help you out. No, there's nobody else here with me. Last week, my son was kind of watching in, so he was sitting next to me for a little bit. But no, there's nobody here with me. Well, thank you, Melody, for the feedback. I know, right? I'm really shy. I hate being on camera. So when you're using a phone, I don't know. Um, um, I might have to try to listen in with the phone to see if I can fine tune it a little bit. This is the first time I'm using this computer. Last week I was using a different computer and different software. Um, I've been Christy, I've been doing both ghost boxes, so they're running simultaneously. That's all I've been doing tonight is two boxes at the same time. So if you look at my setup, so I have two boxes sitting side by side, and when I turn them on, they're both running at the same time. You'll see alligator clips on the antennas. Those I'm just running out to. They're running out to a longer. They're running out to like a house ground, so that way I'll pick up more of the environment. That's kind of like an experiment I'm doing. So maybe it'll pick up more of the environment also, and things like that. So that's why I just clipped those two alligator clips, and it has a red wire running to the house ground. So anyway, that's what I'm trying to do. That's just an experiment. Everything that I'm doing is all experimental. So next week I'm going to run different software. Tonight was kind of just a little test with the other software. If you guys want me to run there again, I'll do that. I don't know if some of you might have missed it. I was running some visual software, so it's basically like a ghost box, but it also has like pictures. In theory, sometimes a spirit will show their face in a they'll show themselves in a like a video loop, kind of like when you turn it on, like when you're watching TV and you put it on a channel. This was back when you had like tuners, not like high definition TVs, and you would just get like snow. So sometimes the theory would be that you would see images in the snow or between channels when you're switching channels. Anyway, that's just a theory. So I don't know if you guys want to put on that software again. We can try that, or we'll just do more spirit box sessions. It's up to you guys. I just like changing it up, see what people want to do, and then we'll go with that. So I'm just reading everybody's comments. That's why I get quiet. Like I said, it's just hard carrying the show by yourself. But I'm glad that you guys are enjoying it. I'm going to have to get a heater in here. It gets a little chilly. Okay, we'll do another spirit box. Let me go ahead and turn them back on. I'm going to do, I don't know why I'm getting feedback. Oh, it's from the headphones. All right. Let me go ahead and turn those on. And I'm turn one on first, do a scan, and then I'll turn the other one on. So just give me a minute. All right, so we're going to let them fire up for a minute. I just flipped them both back on. All right, so if you guys have any questions to start asking, go ahead and type in your questions. Chrissy, I mean, that's what happens here. I mean, it's 2:00 in the morning here. Like I said, I only schedule an hour to do these shows, but they always go at least, I don't know. Last week's went to almost 4.5 hours. So it's okay. Like right now, we're already at about 2 hours, 20 minutes. So it's all right. I'll keep on going until everybody's done. You're losing connection to me? Oh. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and fire up the ghost boxes. So I already have them on. So everything that I'm running is through like a mixing board. So all I do is I turn up the volume on the mixing board. So that's why you don't see me. So if you see the boxes already on, you see the little flashing light on that one box, the small little radio. The other one you can't see it because it's deeper down. Anyway, that's just showing that the box is scanning. So let me go ahead and turn up the volume. Miranda wants to know if her grandmother Jane is around her. Gigi, do you have any messages for Chrissy? Grandma Paula, are you around, Diana? Chris, how did you pass? Guys, thank you so much for the feedback about the connection. Miranda wants to know if her cousin Morgan is around.
This one.
Good night, Mr. Poe. Sandra would like to know if there are any messages for her tonight.
Positive.
Melanie would like to know if Dave, are you here with us? Well, thank you guys for the feedback. I'm not sure why it's buffering. I might have to just go to the other software next week. Sorry about that.
Day.
Hold on one second. So if you guys are buffering a lot, what I can do is I'll have to end the broadcast and then restart it. It'll only take me like 30 seconds, maybe a minute. If you guys are okay with that. Okay, so let me end this session and then I'm gonna restart it up using so you guys aren't buffering, or some of you are and some aren't. Okay, let me go ahead and stop it real quick. I will start up the session. Just let me just log off and then I'm gonna start it up.